Everyone's waiting for snow, kids and grown-ups alike. I don't wanna be riding my bike this time tomorrow. The weatherman says it's a go, but look in the sky, I don't know.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Meshi with Path to Wellness with Meshi. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. So as you can tell by the title, today we're going to be playing with some green makeup. And I wanted to create this beautiful holiday look so that, you know, you kind of have like a festive makeup look that you can kind of go to. So if you wanted to check out the tutorial, fair warning, I am not a makeup artist, but I wanted to play with a little bit of RMS Beauty, a little bit of, I don't know why I am destroying the makeup in front of me right now, but I just am. But I will be playing with some RMS Beauty, some Elate products, a little bit of Sappho, New Paradigm. So I wanted to create this look so that you have sort of a go-to holiday look that you can kind of figure out how to do. So if you wanted to check out how to create this look, then just stay tuned and let's get started with the video. Okay guys, let's get started. So as you can tell, I've already done my foundation, and now we can actually just move on to the face products. Yes, now we're looking amazing here. I wanted to use a little bit of lip balm. So this is from Smith's. They're Minted Rose. And yes, I am losing my voice for some weird reason. So first I'm going to go in with a bronzer. So I am using the RMS Beauty. This is their Pop collection. As you can tell, I basically hit pan. And I'll just draw a line and go a little bit by the hairline. And blush, their signature matte collection. So here I'm going to be using these two colors. It's Smile and Spell. And I'm just using this e.l.f. stippling brush. Okay, next it's time to highlight. So before I'm going to be setting everything, I already set my T-zone just because if I don't, like, my under eye will start to crease like within a few seconds. So I wanted to set that pretty much right away. And for highlighter, I'm going to be actually using all of the highlighters that I have in both of the collections. So first I'm going to be using this guy. This is their Magic Luminizer.
Never up, never down, never like a theme in a song.
You just kind of tap it into the skin.
Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong. Hoping I'll be fine, but I get up, I always do.
And here I'm also using the Master Mixer and the Living Luminizer.
Never thought I wouldn't jump. Oh, what a fool. But if I fall, I will get up again.
Now that I'm completely illuminized, it's time to set it off. And to set everything, I am using the RMS. This is their Tinted On Powder. And I'm using the setting brush from Real Techniques. And if you see me looking down, just because I'm actually looking at the mirror that's right here. And for our brows, I still have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and this is in soft brown. I'm just using a stippling brush. And we can move on to the eyes. So here I'm going to be using a few different eyeshadows. I do have a couple of singles from RMS, so I will be using them, but mainly I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Modern Renaissance. So this is what it looks like. As you can tell, I have hit pan on a few of the colors because they're so beautiful, and the mirror has come out. We don't need the mirror because we have a mirror in front of us. How about that? So you don't usually buy them for them. So first, I'm going to get started with this color. You can't really tell, but basically any matte beige eyeshadow color will totally do fine. And we're going to put that all around the lid. So that sets a nice little base for the eyeshadows to go onto without streaking. And it also acts as our brow highlight. You don't have to be very precise. As long as you put down the color, it's fine. Okay, so the first color that I'm going to be going into, why don't we try this burnt orange? So let's go into burnt orange. So you just kind of dip your brush, and this is the brush that actually, it's a dual-ended brush that came with it, and then you can just kind of tap off the excess. And basically we're going to go into the crease. So we just gently want to define our crease. And if you don't have a crease, then what you can do is just take your brush and just point it right where your eye socket is, and then just use windshield wiping motion back and forth until you lay down like a nice base. This is such a beautiful palette. Clearly it's well loved. I don't know, eyeshadows I find are like basically the hardest for me to replace and find a green alternative for, because I want them to perform a certain way, you know? So now that we laid down the base color, I think I'm actually going to go into this burnt orange color called Railgar, and we'll lay that down as well. That's going to be a little bit below. Oh my god, that's so nice. I can kind of see why people really like this. Then I'm going to go into red ochre, which is sort of like, it's a matte darkening shade, but it's a little bit deeper than, see, here's the burnt orange color, and here's red ochre. And I'm just going to tap it, and I'm going to build it outwards a little bit, because that's gonna be our deepest shade. So I usually just like to tap it in and then I'll go back in and I'll blend it. And when I blend, I make circular motions and I'm blending outwards. So I'm sort of like creating like this triangle. You can make this more intense if you want. I kind of don't want to. And then I'm gonna go into Primavera, but actually before we do that, I wanted to go into the RMS color, the Garden Rose. This is GR12, and I kind of don't want to use a brush for this because I wanted to lay it down. So I'm actually going to use my fingers. So I'll just pick up a little bit of color and just dab. Like, you could actually just stop right here if you wanted to and add some mascara and a lip and just a nude lippy, and then you're good to go. If you wanted to make this a little bit more intense, which I do, then I wanted to add a little bit of the golden color. So I'm going to go into, it's called Primavera. You can also just use your hands. Corner, if you have this palette, you can go into Tempera and you can just dab that in your inner corner. You can use your highlighter if you have it. If you don't, like basically any shimmery neutral shade will work for the inner corner. I'm doing something a little bit different because I want this to be like a beautiful holiday look. I'm gonna go back in and I just wanted to deepen. So I'm going to dip back into red ochre. How cool that looks. What are we doing for inner corner and in lower lash line? I'm glad you asked. Nobody's asking this. I'm telling you what it is. Okay. I have this color. I honestly, my hands will look filled. Like, look how nasty my hands look right now. That's what happens when you play with makeup, guys. Okay, so Golden State of Mind eyeshadow palette from ColourPop. So it has like so many shimmery shades in there. So for inner corner, I usually use this shade and this shade. So these two shades together. Oh, they do have names. Yay. So one of them is called Watch Out. The other one is called Girlfriend. So it's sort of like a duochrome. So again, I just use my fingers. And I just dip right in and watch. And if you wanted to, you can, it's a little dirty, but whatever. You can go into Girlfriend and really concentrated on the inner. I'm just concentrating it more at the base of the tear duct so that it kind of mixes with the gold, and that's what that looks like. So I think that it looks really pretty, but it also has like really nice, like some of the deeper shades. Like this one is more of a golden, this one is more of a yellow gold. So usually what I like to do is I place down a base color that I really like, and then I go over top of it with this one, and it just makes the look really just stand out. Especially right now with the lights, you can kind of tell. Okay, let's go back to our palette and actually take care of the lower lash line. So for that, I'm using I'm calling this a lower lash line, just a smudge brush, but it's kind of tapered, as you can tell. the burnt orange color again and just running that through my lower lash line. When you first do it, you look stupid. I'm telling you this right now. Because I'm running this through and I'm like, I look like I just burnt my eyes. But then we're gonna go back into red ochre. Again, that same darker shade. We'll add that on the outer corner and we'll go over that with a little bit of brown. Otherwise, this just kind of looks strange to me. Let's just call it what it is. Right now, I just look like I'm creating a Halloween costume. Yeah, there you go. But here's the thing. Once you go over it with the brown and you lay down these really beautiful burnt orange colors, it looks really pretty and it looks really diffused and smoked out, which is kind of what we're going for here. We want very soft, very sultry, very beautiful, like colors kind of playing together, and something that, you know, like you could wear during the day. Meanwhile, I'm basically knocking over everything here. Okay, for lipstick, so let's talk about liner, let's talk about mascara, let's talk about lipstick, shall we? Too much to talk about. Oh, and by the way, in case you're wondering, for this will come as a complete shocker. For foundation, I was using the cup like this from Lawless. Concealer under my eyes, I'm using the Sappho New Paradigm concealer in light, so it's a little bit light for me, but I kind of made it work. For eyeliner, I am using the eyeliner that I have from Elate. It's just a black eyeliner, so I will do that off camera because there's no way I'm going to struggle through this and make you watch me struggle through this. And then for lipstick, so we still have the lip balm on, so I have a lippy from Elate. This is in the shade Becoming. It's just this very beautiful nude. So because we went heavier on the eyes, you can just go nude on the lips. But if you wanted to do something beautiful for the holidays, you can also just go in with your favorite red lipstick, and then it will kind of bring, because we didn't go really heavy on the face, like it will look pretty either way. So at least in my opinion. For mascara, again, I have the one from Elate. It looks gross right now because of the glue that's left over, but this is one of the best mascaras that I've used in like a long time. So let me do that off camera and I'll be right back. So I wanted to offer you a couple of different lip choices with this makeup look. And the lippy that I'm wearing right now, it's called Hex, and this is from Urban Decay. It's very dark, very intense. I will swatch it in a close-up so you can take a look. It's very dark, very intense. It's perfect for any of the holiday like get-togethers and things like that if you wanted to have like a nice strong lippy. Or you can just go back to my original recommendation, which is this nude lippy that this nude lipstick, and it's in the shade Becoming from Elate. So, and let me know in the comments below what were some of your favorite makeup products that we have used today, if you have tried any of the ones that I have tried, and if you have a recommendation for a go-to lippy over the holidays, I would love to hear it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you had fun in creating this makeup look and you found it helpful and useful. And as usual, if you are brand new here and you enjoy videos just like this one, then make sure you give me a thumbs up. And you can also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a video. You will get notifications if you hit the notification bell. That will send you an email every time I release a new video, which is usually on every Tuesday, Thursday, and once on the weekend. Now that we're getting a little bit closer to the holiday season, that may change, and I think that it will change for next week. For this week, we're still on track with 3 videos, but just stay tuned on that. In case something changes, I will always let you know. And we kind of go into different topics like green beauty, like this video, or some spiritual practices, mindset shifts, and anxiety and stress management. So if that sounds good to you and you wanted to know sort of when I'm going to be releasing certain videos, I do have a weekly email that I send out to my community every Sunday where I give you the best takeaways from each of the videos, as well as I give you the upcoming schedule for the following week so that you don't miss a beat. If that sounds good to you, I left the link down in the description so you can take a look. And thank you so much once again for joining me. And I will see you guys again in my next video. And don't forget, just keep shining your light because you're more powerful than you think. See you again next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you had a great time. Did you have a great time? I don't know. I don't know. Right now, all I know is that when my husband will see this lipstick, he'll be like, "Where's your date?" And I'll be like, "You're my date." Anyways, totally beside the point. But I wanted to let you know how much fun I had creating this video. Don't mind my voice. It is going away. It's going to come back at some point in the future. We'll forgive that. Whatever. But nevertheless, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you had a great time as well. I don't know why we need to keep moving the camera. We just do. We cannot get it together on this Monday morning. But nevertheless, this is all I wanted to share with you. So I think I'm just going to completely cut this footage out because it's terrible.